I am business development manager and kind of product manager also, so handling all the products coming in from Germany, what we're selling here in North America. So my specialty is running through what those products are, what works well in the US market, and how we want to promote those. I've been in the welding industry for over 25 years in a variety of different roles. Started with a degree in welding engineering, and from there I was a manufacturing engineer, then moved into full robotics for 11 years, onto shipyards, then got back into automation sales, and now here at CLOOS Robotics. So I enjoy being in the product management side because it allows me to be both technical and sales. So I get to keep my fingers dirty, I get to stay involved with the product, I get to understand how it works, which is really where my mind works from a technical side. And then I still get to help train, encourage customers and help them learn how these products work and how it can help them. So it's a nice place to be. So what kind of sets us apart is we are all about welding. So from all aspects, we do produce not only the welding power supply, but the robot itself and everything in the middle, which gives us full control and full ability to make changes as necessary. We're unique in that regard by having the ability to adjust all aspects of that. So there's no finger pointing, there's no anything else. We're not trying to integrate other people's equipment. It's all us. So we have full responsibility and full control and full ability to develop a product that works better for specific cases. We can handle very large parts. We manipulate very large parts because it's very important for us to get welds in the right position to optimize the results that they'll get. And in doing that, sometimes we will do things that other companies can't, where we'll put a robot on a positioner, for example, and have it ride along with it, because that allows us to get the best angle on for welding. By being vertically integrated, it allows us to really develop all different pieces without having to go back and figure out how to integrate somebody else's equipment into what we're doing. So since it's all coming through us, we have ability to really understand where those limits are, what will work, and how to control it to best fit for the customer's needs. When you use other people's equipment, you sometimes have problems with aspects of whether it's a limitation with what they do or it is a communication problem with what's going on. Unless you've used them exclusively for a long period of time, it's really easy to get outside those limits and not necessarily know it at the time. So you kind of, by having everything vertically integrated, you know where those limits are because you've dealt with them forever, and you can do changes internally to make it work if it didn't before. It all comes back down through CLOOS, so since we're responsible for it, it's not a matter of who we have to push things off to. It's all going to go internally. So the end result is, from a customer perspective, it's much cleaner, much smoother. CLOOS is able to form a partnership with the company a little bit better because we're not focused on only welding or only the automation part. Since it's all being developed from us, when we go talk to a customer, we're not forced into selling a power supply, for example, and focusing on only that bit and how that will help them. We can focus on all the different aspects of the whole automation system, whether it be from positioning, whether it be from welding, whether it be from the robot portion of it. We're not concerned about one side versus the other, so that's kind of where the separation happens. From a CLOOS perspective, weld quality is the number one thing. So that's why we will specialize waveforms from the welding aspect, positioning the part to get the weld joint in the proper location to give the best results, whether it be tracking that to make sure we're staying on there. We have a lot of experience for the time that CLOOS has been around for over 100 years, always working in the welding industry, and so that really helps develop all that. So a traditional CLOOS customer is a very large component manufacturer, whether it be in the agriculture industry, whether it be in construction industry, mining industry. Very large parts, typically ones that are challenging, whether they're either a lot of deposition, a lot of welding involved in them, really big parts to manipulate. That's really where we stand, where we've stood out for many years and been a big focus of what we do. We're now kind of leaning into branching that out, taking that experience that we've learned from those big parts and applying it to some of the smaller manufacturers also. Where that has helped in our regard is we help with those guys. We stand out by consulting with them and helping them improve their deposition rates on welding so that they're improving their cycle times and their consistency of the quality of the product that's coming out. The NS ARC CLOOS relationships, there's a couple reasons from my perspective on how we kind of found each other, I guess is the best way to put it. One thing that is a beneficial part to both of us is we're smaller in the industry. What that allows us to do is faster, more responsive to a customer. We're not so focused on certain aspects. We have time to spend with them, to consult with them, to work with them. And both companies are kind of similar to that. We're not the biggest in the industry, and I don't see that as a deficit to either one of us. Fill of material is a very important part to the end quality. Where we're trying to adjust to with this relationship is we've always been reliant on what the customer brings. It kind of made it a little bit more challenging from our side because the problems or the benefits that come from whatever wire they're using, we just had to deal with. We're hoping with this relationship is that it allows us to have a little bit more control on that. If we're seeing a problem that we're struggling with the wires that they're using, we can come in with a solution that we know it works, we've proven it, we've tested it, we can give a better solution to them. I believe there's a possibility for both NS ARC and CLOOS to work together on the welding front through our engineers and through our automation expertise on both sides, for that matter, to help find a solution for a customer, especially on those challenging ones where it's not just the welding side, you need the material side also. There's a lot of challenging applications out there that I think would really benefit from having both sides involved on it. The solution that you need to provide to a customer depends on the customer. And I say that because if we're dealing with a customer that's been a long-term customer of ours, the other piece is already in place. We don't have to do anything with that. But when you start dealing with the newer customers that are new to us, they a lot of times don't really know exactly what they want, and they are looking for us for a solution. If they're a first-time robot user, what works manually doesn't always work on a robotic aspect. And so they're looking for our expertise on trying to find a solution that works best for them. So that's really where a lot of our focus is going as we're trying to grow and become a larger company here. Is one of the things is to help find solutions for these first-time users. I think that from the NS ARC aspect is you're bringing in a high-quality product that you have the ability to work with and adjust due to the size of the company faster and easier to help figure out what works for a customer. For us, what's really strong on that one is the ability to bring you in as a consultant with us for their product, figure out what you have that best fits their needs, because it might not be what we're used to doing. We have a lot of background welding knowledge, but when you start dealing with the specific wire combinations, there's a lot that we don't know. And so that relationship with NS ARC helps bridge that gap and it helps improve that solution that we can provide.